Continue with the next sum in the financial statement. We are preparing here balance sheet. The first is given as inventories. We'll go to the balance sheet. Current asset, equity share capital, it's a shareholders fund. The balance sheet we will be writing. Plant and machinery, it is a fixed asset and tangible asset. Heading, preference share capital, again it is the same, equity share capital, preference share capital, both together becomes as a shareholders fund. The next we have debenture redemption reserve. Reserves and surplus, there is a second heading in the liability side. Under that heading we will be writing this one. Outstanding expenses, it is a current liability. So in the third part of the liability side, other current liabilities we will write as outstanding expenses. Proposed dividend, it will be as a short term provisions. Land and building, it is here fixed asset, tangible assets here. Current investments like current assets, under that we will write as a current investments. Cash equivalents here, cash and cash equivalents in the current asset. Short term loans here we have in the non-current liabilities, right? Short term loans we have as a current liabilities, that is a heading. Under that we have short term loans, we will be writing this part. Then public deposit, it is the second part in the liability side, that is non-current liabilities. Okay, so now we will put each one of these under that proper heading here, and here we will see that with the balance sheet total we will get the same amount. Okay, now we will see the solution part here. So solution here we have, so the heading will be writing as the company's format, right? Company's form of balance sheet here. So what is the name of the company? It's given as Geethanjali here. So Geethanjali, in the books of Geethanjali, in the books of Geethanjali, it is a balance sheet of Companies Act and Schedule, Companies Act of 1956 of Scheduled 6. Okay, so we will be writing the heading part. So then we will start now the first part. So if you see the balance sheet format here, it is given as, the first we will be writing as here as equity and liabilities. That will be the first heading, equity and liabilities. Under that the first part is shareholders fund. Shareholders fund, that is nothing but your share capital. So here we have two types of share capitals we have here as equity shares as well as the preferred share capital. Add those two amounts here. Equity share capital we have 20 lakhs, preference share capital we have as the 12 lakhs. So total becomes as 32 lakhs will be the total shareholders fund. Under that even we have the reserves and surplus here. So reserves and surplus. Under the reserves and surplus we have, there is one item is given as a redemption reserve is there, that is 6 lakhs. So 6 lakhs we have to write. So this is the first part we have entered here. The next second part in the liability side we have as, what's the second heading? Non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities here we have as only the public deposits will be taken as the non-current liabilities here. So here directly non-current liabilities, public deposits, that is a long-term borrowings. So we can write as long-term borrowings. So long-term borrowings, the value of that public deposit is 12 lakhs. So write the amount as a 12 lakhs. Then we will go to the third part in the balance sheet, that is current liabilities. The current liabilities we have many headings, we have many points are there. So the first point here we will see that what are the other, we have the short term loans, right? The loan we have taken from the Zaveria is there. So short term loans. So short term loans here it is 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs we have to enter. Then we have short term provisions also is there. Short term provision is nothing but proposed dividend, provision for tax, all that will come under this short term provisions. It is 5 lakhs. So we entered as a 5 lakhs here, short term provisions. Then we have even other current liabilities we have. There is outstanding, some expenses are there. That becomes as other current liability. So what are those other current liabilities? Outstanding expenses is given as 3 lakhs is given. So we entered as the 3 lakhs. So hope that all the entries for the liability side we have entered. So we have entered the shareholders fund, reserves, non-current liabilities we had one item, we entered that, current liabilities we have entered all these points. Then we will total up here for the total. So just will write as the total. Then again we'll go here second part in the balance sheet. What is second part here? We have as the assets, we have as the second part. Under the assets here there are again two divisions we have under the assets. First one is non-current assets, then we have as a current asset. Now first we will go to the what are the non-current assets we have. Under the non-current asset, first thing we will write as a fixed assets. No? So fixed assets. Fixed asset again can be divided as a tangible asset and intangible asset. Tangible asset which you can see, feel, all that. Now what are the tangible assets we have in the question here? So they have given plant and machinery is there and land and buildings we have. So plant and machinery is 10 lakhs and land and buildings we have as a 20 lakhs. So totally we have as a 30 lakhs we have as the tangible asset. Intangible asset here they have not given any intangible asset, just we will write here as intangible asset as a nil. Then they have given us some current investment that goes to the current assets. So that's all we have for the non-current assets. Then second part we will go here as current assets. Okay, current assets we have, there is some current investment is it, we will write as it is current investment. How much is the value of current investments here? It is 8 lakhs. Okay. Then inventories are given. So we will write as well as inventories. Inventories is 14 lakhs. Then we have cash equivalents are given. So it is nothing but cash and cash equivalents. How much is the cash and cash equivalents we have? 10 lakhs we have. So 10 lakhs we have entered. Now just we will revise here now in all the items whatever is given in the question, have we posted all the items. So I think we have posted all the items. Now we will go to the totaling of this. So now if you total here your assets here, your assets amount should, your asset amount and your liabilities amount should be equal. So assets should be equal and this you will get the same amount. Then I will send even the working notes for this in the next one.